short stories for you this afternoon, and essentially they're based on true life experiences. Everybody you see appearing on stage today has had some experience of homelessness.
So what's going to do with you?
Well, it's my mate.
Well, we better back off and
What are we doing? Can you put that down, please?
Anything else that Andy could have done differently? Any services that he might have been able to go to that meant that he didn't end up on the street at the end of his story?
What are you going to do?
As you watch the story, just ask yourself, what would you have done in this situation?
Fucking problem, because you're the one sanctioning me.
Cardboard Citizens is doing a series of forum theatre residency projects across the country, bringing together residents, clients and staff from housing and homeless organisations. In Manchester, we work with the St Vincent's Housing Association, who brought together the homeless young people and staff from Manchester and Blackburn Foyers. We also invited 3 theatre practitioners from Manchester Royal Exchange Open Exchange Network to shadow the project.
It's a fantastic way of getting people involved. It brings out all kinds of talents that people didn't know they had. It opens doors for them, it gives them opportunities.
Have you seen it? He's nothing.
They've had lots of not so good experiences in their lives, and they may suffer with low self-esteem and lack of confidence. And what they've been able to do through this project is explore their feelings and explore their experiences.
Yeah, cheers, love, thanks.
The aim of each project is to provide an opportunity for the young people to share their stories and identify some of the barriers that are stopping them from either moving on into independent living, to entering work, or entering further education. Why did you think getting a house was easy?
When you look at these kids, they're enjoying it and they're developing, they're learning things like empathy, confidence, how to talk to each other, how to have a presence in a room. That was really important things.
On this course I've had to interact with complete strangers that I've never met before, and I felt completely comfortable talking to them, and friendships have actually come out of this.
It can get people, especially young people, it can get them out of their shells. It can show you the true person underneath. Through theatre you can actually, channel what you feel inside. So yeah, it's very useful.
I'm getting quite a lot, socialising with other people, confidence in myself, and all the different skills that come with it, like timekeeping.
You're 20 minutes late, you reek of alcohol, and
I do not
reek.
Being in the project enabled me to learn new skills, and it enabled me to think that I can actually do stuff if I put my mind to it, and that the only thing that was stopping me was me from getting up in front of that audience and doing that performance.
I liked it when you stood up to him.
The character Liam was stopping on his friend's sofa, and I've been in the same situation where I've had to sofa surf for a little while, you know what I mean, and because you've got no way of bringing money in and that sort of way, things get tensioned and the atmosphere gets horrible, and then you end up getting kicked out because you can't stay here for that long, you know what I mean. So that was one scene that definitely related to me.
The performance provides an opportunity to share the issues and stories with a wider audience, raising the awareness about the issues young people face and discussing as a community the potential solutions.
Getting you to think about how you would react, you take that home with you because you think about the scenarios, you're putting yourself in those situations.
Where in the story was it possible for Liam to have done something different?
It's very positive. You get to look at all the options in a calm, peaceful, reactful way, but also you've got that release of anger, release of energy. You can use that through acting.
I actually wanted to bring the job centre.
It was really good for services that were invited to see what we see and how situations can develop where young people can end up potentially being homeless, street homeless.
If you can get the right audience in and get them to actually see what happens with these people on the ground, I think you could do amazing things with this.
I'd never ever heard of forum theatre before I took this course, and obviously every single day I've learned something new from it.
I was so nervous at the beginning, but once I met everyone and we all started doing it, it was the best experience ever. I'd go back and do it again in a heartbeat.
The projects can be accredited with the Pearl qualification, which looks at social skills, communication, employability and reflective learning.
Having the Pearl qualification, I think, will definitely improve my chances in finding employment.
I think getting that qualification's really helped.
Before I started, it was just, I didn't know what I wanted to do, do you know what I mean? And that's what it's helped me, that's what it's helped my anxiety, my depression, because it's given me a better outlook on life completely.
The forum theatre helped me get out the negative energies that I had, such as anger. Anger was a big one. Massive, massive problem in my life.
Meeting new people, socialising in places that I never would. I'm just a totally different person.
I'm joining the fire service, the Lancashire Fire and Rescue Service.
In the past, I would have never thought of being a teacher. I just didn't have the confidence to do it. And now I've got this newfound confidence.
I've applied what I've learned from there to everything else I do you know what I mean? Prince's Trust being one, employment being another.
Well, at the moment I've just started a course with the Open University, studying to become a personal trainer.
A lot of people would find forum theatre a really good way of surfacing emotions.
No, it was a really good experience and I recommend it to anyone. Even if you're not thinking about doing it, definitely do it. It changes you a lot.
It's been an amazing experience and it's one that I wouldn't have done. I'm glad I had the opportunity to do it and I'm glad that I did it.
The corporate citizens does exist, and to get yourself involved, because, you know what I mean, if it can make me feel the way I do with the problems I have, then I'm sure it can work with other people as well.